Yeah. Sup, Fresh?
Living.
It make me wanna ride in the caddy, smoke a big ass fatty. Got a sweet thing with me, call her my little baddie. Yeah, you know, man, this shit is so West Coast. I woke in the morning, she made me bacon, eggs, and French toast with some OJ. She was playing Coldplay. I said I got the next song, had to throw on old Dre. Let me ride. Trip down the 405, down to the 10 to the 1. Bitch, I'm hitting my stride, sun shining. You already know I stay vibing. If you got the thing roll, baby, why you ain't light it? You should try it. I don't even know what the time is, cause every time we do it, shit's timeless, timeless.
Cause I'm picking up some weed to smoke. Got some things that you need to know.
That shit's timeless.
And I could tell you about some freaky hoes, but I think I should keep it low.
Low, 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 low.
Your boy Fresh got the beat to blow, and you know I got the cleanest flow.
That shit's timeless.
Yeah, we heard that you need some more, so you know we gotta keep it going.
That shit's timeless. I told him that we at it again. Got you asking your friends. Yeah, you know we doing damage like we crashing the bins. That's on the stack. I told you we was coming right back. Me and Fresh starting to feel like we Kobe and Shaq. Roll me a Zag. Somebody just pull me some jack. I'm getting reckless. Need directions where the hoes gon' be at. He told me to snap. Sorry, I ain't holding shit back. I'm on a mission, crushing every bad bitch on the map. Yeah.
And that's how it goes. You can tell us how you feel, but we already know. Cause when this shit blows, you know it's about to change the climate.
Cause every time we do it, shit's timeless, timeless.
Cause I'm picking up some weed to smoke. Got some things that you need to know. And I could tell you about some freaky hoes, but I think I should keep it low. Your boy Fresh got the beat to blow, and you know I got the cleanest flow. Yeah, we heard that you need some more, so you know we gotta keep it going.
This shit's timeless. Fresh talk to him.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Hopefully well. I got my glass of milk here from my fellow milk enjoyers. Anyone who gets in the gym knows about enjoying milk. All right. Got some good numbers here. So, sorry it's been so long since my last stream. I just double checked. My last stream was like 2 weeks ago. It was on August 8th. So we got a lot to talk about, but we will get into all of that. We'll go through some of the previous trades we've taken, both Twitter and Discord. I know I haven't been streaming as often. I missed a week essentially, but we've been updating Discord and Twitter actively, and the heater continues. That's why the title of this video is Heat Check. We've been on absolute fire for the summer, both July and August. Strike rate well over 80%. Caught basically every major swing. So it's been going good. I mean, I haven't been taking a ton of trades. I don't need to. You guys know how I do. I'm making my decisions usually on the daily, the 12-hour, sometimes executing on a lower time frame. But we've been crushing it, man. And I know for a fact many of you guys are as well, especially those guys in the Discord. I'm getting tons of messages about, winning trades, people making money, learning, improving, all that kind of fun stuff, which is what I do this for. I really do genuinely enjoy that stuff. So keep sending those messages my way. If you're trying to DM me to tell me that you've made some money or you've learned something from following me, absolutely do it, man. I love reading those messages. But we're gonna kind of go over some previous charts initially. We'll talk about the moves that got us to the top of the range and back down because we nailed it. A lot of people getting bullish up at 25K. We were shorting, right? And caught a lot of trades along the way. So, yes, this is a Penny Hardaway jersey. Shout out to the Magic. But, so if you are interested in joining Discord, that leads directly into the sponsor, the partners for these streams, PrimeXBT. So you guys have been doing great. I really appreciate it. Please keep it up. Sign up to PrimeXBT to do your trading. I do a significant amount of my trading on PrimeXBT. If you use the link in the description, it's like PrimeXBT/TraderMayne. The link's in the description of this video. And then you use code MAYNE50 before you deposit. You get up to a 7% deposit bonus, up to a maximum of $7,000 for doing that. So if you sign up and you deposit, that really helps me out. I get a kickback from that from Prime. I'm being transparent with you. That's how I'm making money with them. It doesn't cost you guys anything. If you want to support me, that's the way to do it. You can obviously, you don't have to sign up or anything like that. But if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. Sign up to that link, deposit some money, start following my trades, start making some money, right? If you want to join the Discord, the instructions to join are on my website, www.tradermayne.com. It's a free Discord. So if you want to join, the instructions to join, they're very straightforward, step by step. They're all on that website, www.tradermayne.com. Okay? So check that out. Shout out to Prime. Thank you so much. Let's get into the charts. So like I said, man, we've been absolutely crushing Bitcoin for the majority of the summer here. Catching multiple longs, multiple shorts, each stair step up, we've been nailing. As much as this is obviously super fun to trade, or super fun to be in, should I say, because basically everything is working here, right? Everything is working when everything is going up. The people who make the most money, honestly, in the bull run generally are people who maybe aren't necessarily practicing the best risk management and they're just ultra fucking bullish, a la 3 Arrows Capital, absolutely running it the fuck up, right? Running it the fuck up. However, when the dynamics of the market change, things start going down, things go sideways, people who maybe learned to trade or at least were crushing it here, sometimes they give a lot of those gains back because the markets change. We went from trending to ranging, or we went from an uptrend to a downtrend. And as a trader, I can trade in, all three of those environments: uptrend, downtrend, sideways market. However, personally, I do very, very well in a range-bound environment. It's why I really like trading Forex, because you often get these really high time frame range-bound environments. And I'm very good at, trading this type of price action, which is what we've seen here, right? I'm very good at this. I did well up here, right? Getting out, because I'm good at this sideways. This was distribution. This might be accumulation. We don't know, right? But oftentimes during these really crazy uptrends, I'm almost too cautious and am not, pinning it probably as hard as some other people who may have outperformed me here because they are just max long. It can only go up the entire way, where I'm like, okay, I'm going to long this and I'm going to target, here. And then when it pulls back, I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to relong, as opposed to the guy who's like, oh, this is going to infinity. They just long here and hold. But, well, they might outperform me here. I'll probably outperform them here, here, and definitely outperform them here. So it all balances out. I mean, I know lots of people who they only want to trade this. And unless the market's doing this, they're sitting on their hands, right? And that's totally fine. But the people who get wrecked are generally the people who think they know how to trade this, when in reality everything's just going up. And then when the market does this, they're doing the same shit they were doing here, which is buying every dip, a la Three Arrows Capital, and getting absolutely fucking destroyed on the way down. But I've been crushing this type of environment. I've been having a lot of fun doing it, and I'm glad some of y'all are making some money with me. So I don't really know how far back I want to go. I don't want to go and talk about every single fucking trade we've taken since my last stream. I initially scrolled back here. My last stream was this day, April 8th. And literally in the stream, we talked about this being the top and a move down, right? This was the plan from stream here. Right? So didn't pull back as deep as I want. We discussed this. No trade setup, chilling. Took the short here on Bitcoin. This was kind of the plan from stream, right? A pullback into here, and then a large bounce to make one more high. And that's exactly what happened, right? We got that pullback. Then we went and made our final move to the upside here. And then I started looking for reasons to get short again, and it got a little sticky up here. So this is this area here. So we had that initial pullback, right? Boom. We had the move back, making a new high. And then I thought that this was the end of the move here. Basically, my thoughts were, okay, we're at the top of the range again here. I'm looking for reasons to get short. But as you can see, we stuck up here, right? Multiple SFPs, multiple stabs up at the top of the range before finally breaking down, right? However, we did catch this down leg, but I did get stopped out on one of my shorts here. I can't remember exactly which spike it was. I think it was this one. I think I shorted here and then got stopped out because it just didn't roll over. That's what it looks like here. But we were pretty consistent with our thoughts, right? I think equities was topping. I thought Bitcoin was topping. I'm looking for reasons to be short. And the market structure on the 12-hour chart was bullish, right? So until we lost this 12-hour range or mid-range or market structure level here, I wasn't going to short because I was in Vegas for Pandemonium, which was fucking amazing. Best crypto event I've ever attended, and I've been to several. Pandemonium, Ice Bags outdid himself. Panda Nation, Panda Gang. I bought the Panda Pinky Ring. Okay, it was super fun. Production value was insane. Value for your money, it was like $60 for the VIP pass, and you got a bunch of music acts, VIP music festival-like experience, after hours at Dre's, completely booked out, private. But I was there. I was there for this. So I wasn't live trading this as much as I probably would have liked to. I saw the short set up here. I didn't get it. So I wanted to wait for us to break down on the 12-hour. And that's what we did, right? We came down here. I said, okay, once we break this 12-hour level, I'm looking to short. There's the breakdown, and all of this is on Twitter. If you're worried about not seeing this, all of this was on Twitter. SFP for the entry. And naturally, there's the sell-off. There's me just being absolutely shithoused. There's the trade playing out, and it obviously played out and then some. So we made a bunch of money right before I went to Vegas. I told you guys, listen, I'm leaning neutral to bearish up here. I think everything's coming into resistance. I think stock market coming into resistance. I think we're going to get a sharp retrace. And that's what happened, right? You doubted the neck. And this is what happens, okay? So really excited with how I performed. So what I'll do first here, I guess, is let's go over the 12-hour trade, which was here, the short, okay? So the two setups here, we'll go over this first, and then we'll go over what I think is going to happen next on Bitcoin. Then we'll do the same on Ethereum. We'll talk about the short setup, and then what I think is going to happen next, okay? So, the fuck is that? Fuck you. Hold on, let me get a sip of my milk here. Lactose. Imagine not being able to drink milk. Imagine being so weak that you can't even drink milk. People are like, oh, milk is for baby cows. Do you see how big full-grown cows are? I'm trying to get huge. Anyways, someone didn't take his meds today. This was the setup, right? So technically, this is a bullish range because it's a low to a high, right? We're going up. Higher low, higher high. Higher low, higher high, right? So when you're trading the range, okay? In an uptrend, right? What is it really? Well, you have a bullish range, right? A bullish range. This is a bad drawing here. Sorry, one sec. Arts and crafts with trader Mayne. Okay. What you really have here, right, is, okay, you have a low, a high, and then what are you looking for? You're looking for a retracement into the range to get long, expecting this uptrend to continue, right? You have a low, here's your new high, retracement into the range. You're looking for reasons to get long for continuation. Where does this retracement occur? 50% of the range, the OTE, the sweet spot, right? Maybe we run all the way to the range low, right? So if we're in an uptrend here, right? Maybe we run back. Maybe it's shallow. Maybe it's just to the range high. Okay? Maybe the retracement runs a key low. Maybe we run the range low itself, but then get back in, right? These are all different ways that you can get in the trade. But the idea is when the trend is up, really it's just ranges that are stair-stepping their way up, right? That's all it is, right? Range, 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 range. So when you're in a bullish range, generally, I'm looking for, if we get a move to the top, I'm looking to long the pullback because my expectation is the next move takes us to the top of the range or out. However, when price is topping, this is vice versa. If you're a bearish range and we're looking to get bullish, right? If we lose the market structure within that range, okay, well now maybe I have a clue that the range is actually going to be shifting to a bearish range, right? So now I'm looking to short, but it's not confirmed until it loses that market structure level, right? And that's what happened here. So this is a bullish range because we've been stair-stepping our way up, higher lows, higher highs. That's why I was not surprised so many people were bullish up here because we had higher lows and higher highs, right? However, this is our range that we were working with. We had very clear rejections at this area, right? Hold on. Right? Once we broke this, that's a higher high. So that's why I was like, okay, this could be a higher low here. So I wasn't shorting this one part because I was in Vegas, but I was like, okay, these SFPs are making me question it. Ethereum was at 2K, right? We came into resistance. We're getting some bearish PA. However, I said, okay, this could just be a higher low, right? And this pullback's going to be a higher low. So I didn't look to short until we broke market structure. Now we're in a downtrend. technically, right? You have a high here. There was your low that generated the high. You now have a lower low. Okay? So that's why I look to short this pullback. Because even though this is a bullish range here, once we broke 12-hour market structure, coupled with the fact that we had these SFPs in this rejection here, I said, I think we're now going to be shifting from this, right, to this. What happens before the trend shifts, right? You're in an uptrend. The first clue, sure, maybe we get back under this high. But the second clue is, okay, here's our market structure level. Boom. Why am I not looking to short now, right? You need to be. We just broke market structure. Here's clue 1. We made a higher high, got right back below it. Clue 2, we broke market structure. Boom. This could have pulled back further, but it didn't, right? So once we broke that 12-hour level, I posted on Twitter. I said 12-hour market structure broken. We basically retested the area, but if you zoom in, we also got an SFP here on the hourly right at the level. So right at the level, SFP, bearish market structure on the hourly, bearish order block, pullback. There's your up candle that broke market structure, pullback, puke. And this was the exact setup posted in advance on Twitter, on Discord, boom, 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 using all concepts that I've shared with you guys over and over and over and over again. Right? Range trade, market structure, order blocks, swing failure patterns, over-unders, all of these things I've talked about over and over and over again in streams. And this is just one example of them playing out. So that's how we caught this move down. I took profit as we came into this level here. And you can see we're consolidating here. So what am I looking for now? Effectively, I think we're due for a bit of a bounce. Like if you look at the daily, I'll just get rid of all this. If you look at the daily here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 huge red daily candle. This last one here, 6 red daily candles in a row, small bounce. So what I'm expecting, or at least I'm hoping, is now that we fill in some of this candle here, this fair value gap. That's what's acting as resistance right now, is this fair value gap, right? Fair value gap, just inefficient price action. One directional price action. This is only going down, right? So there's a gap there. You can see here, there was a gap, right? Got filled, right? This is not a gap because there's wicks, right? This is a big candle, but this wick trades down into it. A gap is like this when there's just that huge candle and there's literally zero upward price action. So oftentimes you see these gaps. This is a gap, right? Between here and here. This is down only. And look what happens. It ends up getting filled. Almost all of it gets filled. So generally you see sometimes these things get filled. So that's kind of what I'm banking on now. I'm thinking we get some of this gap here filled. That's what I've drawn on here. This is the 12-hour. So we have this gap, and then we have this order block here, and we have a new range. So just like we were trading in this upward range here, right? This low to this high, that was our uptrend range. Okay? We now have a downtrend range. Here's your swing high. Low, higher high, lower high, right? Lower high, higher high, lower high. 3 candle swing. There's your swing high. Low, lower low, higher low, right? Swing low. This is a downward range. So what does that mean? I'm looking for a retracement into this range to sell for what I believe will be continuation of this trend. If you look at the daily, we've broken market structure majorly. Whatever one of these lines you wanted to use as daily market structure, I don't give a shit. We broke all of them. So to me, all of this stair stepping up for the weeks and weeks and weeks, everyone telling you the bull market is over or the bear market is over, blah, blah, blah. The Saudis are buying, all that bullshit. Most of that move was wiped out in like 2 candles, okay? To me, what does that say? When you see this staircase up, elevator down, that tells me that the bears are a lot stronger than the bulls, because it took all this time for price to move up here. And then as soon as we got to the area where the big players instantly, as soon as we got to 25K, every time we got to 25K, spot was just unloading, right? That tells me that there's way more sell interest in the market still, not a lot of demand. So that's what we saw. I think it's very weak. If this is the bounce that we muster here, that's extremely weak. But I'm personally hoping that we get a little bit more of a bounce. So this is the range I'm watching. I'm hoping we come up towards this breaker, fill in some of this gap, and I'm looking to short for the next leg down, because I do think that we get another leg down. I personally think that we're at the very least going to test some of these lows. Definitely going to take this out. We effectively have a double bottom here. That's not going to hold. I think we do something like this. Whether we make a new low from there, I don't know yet. I'm not trying to predict that, but I'm pretty sure we make a move up here and then a pullback. At least that's what I'm planning for. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'm watching something like this. I'm not doing anything right now. We are rejecting here. This looks like a decent rejection. However, the stock market is sold off pretty fucking hard. I'm hoping we get some relief across the board. Ethereum as well sold off really hard. So I'm hoping we get some relief across the board to then short. I'm looking for a bounce to short into, okay? So if you're going to ask me if I'm bullish or bearish, there's your fucking answer, right? So looking at the lower time frames here, I don't have a super clear plan in terms of how I want to get in. You could argue, some low time frame, SFP or something like that. I think ETH has a bit of a clearer picture to get long on. I'll go over that in a moment. But basically, I'm hoping for a bounce to 22.5 up to maybe 23. That's kind of the area I'm looking for, 22.5 to 23, so about a $500 range up here. And what am I looking for here? Bearish price action. So maybe we come up. One of these, right? Maybe one of those, right? Maybe we do something like this. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know. We'll see when we get there. Maybe we get a one of these where it makes a higher high, right? And then it breaks down. And then you have short opportunity 1, or you wait for it to get below this low. Short opportunity 2. Maybe we get some sort of SFP, right? Maybe it puts in a high, right? SFP is that high. And then we look to short it back into the level and then lower. I don't know what it's going to look like, but all those setups I've taught you guys, the over-unders, the SFPs, the break in market structure, looking to short the bearish SFP, that's the kind of shit I'm going to be looking for to happen up here. The exact same shit that happened here on the hourly. So if you go to the hourly here, right? I said I'm looking to short a move up into here. Imagine our level was here, right? The mid-range was here. We came up to it. Okay. SFP, break in market structure, bearish order block that caused the break in market structure. There's your pullback. Multiple types of setups here, right? Little trend line setup. Break the trend line, retest, confluent with an order block. However you wanted to get in, maybe you did this as maybe you went here and you said, okay, the hourly put in an SFP. Maybe you zoom in even more to the 15-minute and you say, okay, look, the 15-minute, there's your hourly SFP. Well, here's a breaker on the 15-minute. Okay, here's clear bearish market structure on the 15-minute. Pullback into what? The up candle that caused the down move that broke market structure. You even have inducement here. It failed to tag the order block here. Came up, ran all those highs into the order block, then sold off. Look how tight your risk is there. Or even looser your risk is there. It's still super tight. So this type of PA that I'm breaking down here, bearish PA at an area of resistance, right? That's the same shit. The same shit that I'm going to be looking for up here. Bearish PA at an area of resistance, okay? Hopefully that is clear. I'm going to check the chat now, but that was a whole lot of edumacating. It's getting hot in here. I'm on a heater, and it's literally hot in my place. What up, JL? Vin, deadlifts were great, man. I was hitting 405 for triples with a pause. We did like 6 fucking sets of that. It was a grind. Sent you a message on Twitter to get in the group after signing up, no response. I'll try and get back to you. Feel free to ping me. Like, if you asked to join the Discord and you followed the steps on the website and I haven't responded, just say ping or bump. I will do my best to get back to you. You got to understand, I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag, but I get like 50 to 100 DMs per day, right? So no one is paying me to read those fucking things, right? So I read them when I want to read them. So if I missed you, just ping it, okay? But if you're just asking me some stupid fucking bullshit, do not ping it. I don't want to reread your dumb shit. Some people DM me the dumbest fucking stuff you wouldn't believe. It's unreal. Like fucking novels being like, here's 30 fucking charts. Can you give me a one-on-one breakdown of your thoughts on my TA? It's like, bro, come on. The reason I do these streams and have the Discord and post on Twitter is it's a way for me to share and with a wide audience in an efficient way. Me responding to people 1v1 is not efficient for me. It's efficient for you, of course, but that doesn't make sense for me, right? Sharky MB. I deposited money but did not get invited. Follow up with me, bro. I will get you. Follow up with me. Mayne with the dirty Shantes. I know the stash is fucking hideous. The duster, the lip duster is fucking hideous. I want to support you, but I cannot support the stash, bro. Come on, dude. If you love me, you gotta love me at my baby face and at my fucking perf stash. I think the stash is handsome. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate that. Yo, I signed up with Prime. Do you suggest getting a mentor to learn to trade, or can you just learn off YouTube videos? I don't know, bro. Come on. If you want to get a mentor, right? There's tons of great mentors out there. I paid for a lot of the stuff I learned. I also paid for stuff that was crap, right? There's plenty of stuff for free. Find someone whose style you like and then go with that. That's going to be the most important thing. If you find a mentor and you hate how they teach, that's a shitty mentor. It doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe their educating style doesn't line up with your learning style, right? Sup East Van Cooley, how you doing, man? Crypto is literally retarded. But he has multiple supercars and a mansion on the beach in Dubai. So maybe I'm the retard because I should have sold out way harder and I'd be worth 9 figures too. But instead, I had morals and didn't want to dump on my followers, and I turned down all those same deals, and here we are. But yeah, fuck that guy with his fuck those O-face losers. Fuck them. I don't care. I'll slap them silly if I see him in person. What's up with that Hitler mustache? I find that offensive, especially coming from my lawyer and as a Jew. Mayne, I literally caught 25K BTC short with 2% risk and took profit at 24K, probably because I'm staying too much time on the charts. How much time do you spend on the charts? Listen, if you got a great entry, you know where your risk is, right? You said you're risking 2%, so you shorted here, right? Let's assume you shorted here and your stop was here. You're saying you closed here. Why? Where was your target? Was your target down here? Was it here or was it 24? Why are you closing before price gets to your target? Were you staring at the screen and you saw this and you thought it was going to fully reverse? You need to trust your plan. Okay? There's no you can stare at the chart if you want, But the amount of time that you're staring at a setup that you're already in, the more you're staring at it, the more likely you are to fuck it up, right? But trust the plan. If you entered here for your reasons with your risk here and a target of here, why are you doing anything in between? The only explanation, in my opinion, is one, you don't actually trust your fucking plan. And if you don't trust your plan, why are you in it? But if your logic is sound, trust the process, right? And if you're being like, oh, I don't want to get stopped out, you're probably risking too much. You should have no fear of getting stopped out because you already know you're risking 2%. You already know what you're going to lose if you're stopped out. Let's say that's $2,000. Are you prepared to lose $2,000? No, then you're risking too much. But if you're like, I'm ready to lose that $2,000, you should have no problem holding the trade to either target or stop out. Low milk, really? Yeah, milk, bro. You need some milk, my man. Milk is the key to success. John doesn't like milk or my mustache. John, you must be poor and skinny if you don't like this stash, because the stash, it's fucking money. And milk is delicious and nutritious. Okay? So you must be poor and skinny. That's the only explanation. It's the only one. Mayne, what is OTE? Optimal trade entry. How do we get access to Discord? Go to my website. Come on, guys. May the Lord bless your kind soul, Trader Mayne. You're a great human being for sharing your thoughts. I'm very weak and I'm lactose intolerant. Fucking GG's. What a great message. Thank you, though, bro. What the fuck? This dude drinks milk. Yeah, you guys should drink more milk. You use trend lines. No, I don't use trend lines. What is an SFP? Literally, I have videos on Twitter, on YouTube. Come on, guys. Just type in Mayne, SFP. I talk about it almost every stream. Come on, guys. Do a little bit of work. A little bit. Mayne, do you risk different percent for different trades? Anywhere between 1 to 5. If I'm really fucking confident on a trade or my risk, right, is super well defined, I think I got a real tight setup, I might risk more than 2 or 3. But usually anywhere from 1 to 5 is kind of the parameters for almost all my trades. What level's the breaker at? It's between 22.6 up to 23.2. I love you, ITX. Appreciate it, bro. Mayne, would you do one-on-one paid coaching calls? You would have to pay me quite a bit because I don't really see I don't even know what I would need to want to sit for an hour with someone. All right, let's check Twitch. What's up, guys? What's up, Twitch? This guy says, I'm sorry for your cancer diagnosis. That's funny. Real funny. I'm sorry for the ban. Oh, man. Sorry for that, bro. Looks terminal. Hey, Mayne, I love you. You made me so much money. I'm happy for you, Happy Apple 15. Send me some, maybe. I don't know. What's up, Jerry? How you doing, man? What percent milk are we talking about? Guess. Yes, I will go over ES. Yeah, if we take out 17K, I'll buy some. I think anywhere between like 10 and 20K is pretty fucking good for the next bull run. Do we go below 10? I don't know, right? I have no idea, but I think between 10 and 20K, if you think Bitcoin's going to 100K, let's say next bull run, if you bought between 10 and 20K, you're between a 10 to 20X, right? No, sorry. A 5 to 10X on your spot buys. That's pretty fucking good. Watching your streams for 2 years, tweaking your strategy to my time zones and time frame. GG Mayne, love you long time. Wow, bro, thank you. Breaker, underside retest, can it wick above, let's say 23.6? It can, right? So technically, we could come all the way up here, right? Wick above, but if we closed below, I would still consider the level respected. And you also have this bearish order block here, right? Right at the top of the range. But I don't really expect it to go that high, personally. I don't think it gets that high. I'm expecting it more to be shallow, right? However, yeah, technically it could come all the way up to here, SFP that, close below, and then I would still short the shit out of it. But I would likely take a short right as it approaches, and if it stops me out, I would look to short into this order block here. And if it makes a new high above here, I was fucking wrong. And then what happens? Okay, well, I say, okay, where's the low? Let's say it goes from here to here and it makes a new high. Okay, well, now I'm looking to buy a retracement into this price leg because I was wrong and we go up, right? Simple as that. So I miss this, fine. I'll get in on the next leg. All right. I appreciate the knowledge you share, Mayne. Really getting into it after 18 months with Chart Champions. I'm still learning a lot. Thanks to you. Hey, man, I'm glad to hear. I don't know what Chart Champions is, but that sounds cool. All right. Do I buy any altcoins during a bear market? What the fuck do you think, dude? Come on now. I literally have a video where I talk about this. If you think we're in a bear market, okay? If you think the low is not in and we're in a bear market, why would you buy altcoins? Other than for a bounce. Buying altcoins here when you're like, okay, Bitcoin I think is going to bounce, right? Boom, Ethereum went up 100% during this time. I'm not saying you can't buy altcoins and make money, but if you're talking about investing in altcoins, if you think Bitcoin's going to 10K, any altcoins you buy up here, you're going to be underwater on when Bitcoin is lower, right? The only altcoins you should be buying in a bear market is if you think Bitcoin is going to bounce and you want some asymmetry, you go look for altcoins that are outperforming Bitcoin. For example, when you were ready for Bitcoin to bounce, Ethereum BTC bounced. So buying Ethereum was actually smarter than buying Bitcoin over the last month and a half, 2 months, right? So that makes sense. But if you think Bitcoin's going to make a new low, why are you buying altcoins, right? For the long term, I guess. I actually love chocolate milk as well. What do you do when you're sitting on your hands? That's a great question. I work out. I hang out with friends. I watch TV. I play video games. I go outside. I do all sorts of things, right? You don't need to be on screen all the time. Take your mind off it. Bro, you've asked the same question about the Discord 4 fucking times, and I've told you exactly how to join multiple times, right? Go to my website, tradermayne.com. That's how you join. All right, let's do Ethereum. So, literally the only line, what's funny is you literally could have just written, okay, what's the big figure here from this low? What's the most obvious large round number you think of after 20K on Bitcoin to the upside, right? 25. So you literally could have said, okay, 25K psychological level. Look at that. 2K Ethereum, right? What would be the big figures on Ethereum? 1,000, right? 1,500, 2,000. Look at just having those 3 levels there. That's your bottom, mid-range, range high, right? That's not using any previous SR. That's just psychological levels, right? And that could have given you the top on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Ethereum, I said 2,000 I thought was going to be an area of resistance. We had the dollar coming into support, Bitcoin coming into 25K, coming into some resistance, and we had the stock market coming into some resistance, right? So all of those things combined with the fact that Ethereum BTC went on a crazy fucking rally here, right? Monstrous rally. The month closes in 9 days. What happens if FBTC closes as a monthly swing failure pattern? What do you think happens? Do you think we nuke all the way back out of this range? Do you think we get bullish and we go above here? I don't know. I don't know yet, but something to watch for sure. But what we do know is that Ethereum BTC was out. So Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin basically since the start of June, right? It's been outperforming Bitcoin. So Ethereum, as you can imagine, rallied much harder off the bottom than Bitcoin did, over 100%. We came into resistance. I had resistance leveled as 2K, all right? We also had these swing highs over here get run into this bearish order block, okay? So you have your bearish order block here, resistance. You have swing highs sitting just below the order block. 1, 2, 3. ICT calls this inducement, I believe, if I remember correctly, which is effectively you have like a supply zone or an order block, right? And you're expecting price to sell into it. It does one of these. What is this? Bunch of people shorted here, or right? Stops are above here. Ram those people out. Then the real move occurs, right? So to me, this is just liquidity here. SFP of all of these highs. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this up here. You have an SFP of literally all of these, right? These two SFP'd, and you have the SFP very close to price, proximity, and it rejecting 2K into resistance, Bitcoin going into resistance. What do you do as the trader? Right? You zoom in. Is there a short setup anywhere here that you think is reasonable? Right? I think there's a bunch. Obviously at the very tippity top, there's your 12-hour SFP. There's an hourly SFP right there. Right? There's a breaker right here. There's legit just bearish market structure, right? Bearish market structure, bearish order block. Another breaker right here. Down candle. Caused an up move that took out highs, broke back below. You also have this, in my opinion, which was kind of the biggest, obvious sell, in my opinion, was this one. We effectively have like a head and shoulders here, an over under, right? Break the level, retest. Bearish order block that broke market structure. Up candle for down move that broke market structure. So there's several ways you could have gotten involved in Ethereum here. On the H4, on the H1, even on the 12-hour itself. If you're not taking any of the SFPs, how about this? That's a 12-hour breaker. Down candle before an up move that took out a high. We broke back below. Bearish retest. Right? Same setup as Bitcoin here. Here's your 12-hour market structure. There's your market structure break. Here's your pullback. This is the exact same setup that I posted on Bitcoin at 23K. Right? Here's your 12-hour market structure. Here's that area zoomed in. Trendline traders. This is a super common trendline setup, right? What would you even want to call this? A bear flag, maybe? Right? Where did it occur? key SR. This is a 12-hour market structure break that just occurred here. You're looking for reasons to short. You could argue alone, okay, 12-hour market structure break is this level. Here's your bear flag. Maybe you didn't enter up here, but once it had this close through, break in market structure, absolutely on this one, why are you not just shorting? Your risk is top of the bear flag. Even entering way down here, once this candle closes, right? You still got a well over, even a conservative trade. Like let's say you were just targeting 1700. This is a super late entry. Super late entry after a clear breakdown at SR. Very loose stop above the highs. That's 2R just to 1700. Maybe you got in tighter because you got in here. Maybe once this happened, you said, okay, I'm comfortable putting my stop above the candle that broke market structure. There's so many different ways you could have entered here, but what I'm trying to show you is we're well off the high here. But what you know for sure is when we're trading below here, the 12-hour is bearish. All up here, you're getting in based on the high time frame, you're still getting in early because the 12-hour never lost market structure yet. Never lost market structure yet. It did here. Once this closed, now the 12-hour is bearish. It's the exact same logic as Bitcoin here, right? You could have shorted up here, saying, oh, this was for sure distribution. But once the 12-hour lost market structure, you absolutely need to be looking to short here. Because now you have high time frame confirmation. So that low time frame bearish setup has a high probability of working. A low time frame bearish setup here has less probability of working because technically the high time frame was still bullish. But what shifts first? Before you get this break in market structure on the H12 and then this big move, the hourly chart is already in a downtrend. The 4-hour chart is already in a downtrend. So the low time frame shifts first. That being said, if we're in an uptrend, right, the hourly here could be in a downtrend. But if it defends the daily market structure, all you're doing was playing counter trend because the high time frame trend was still up. Here, the high time frame trend was up. Now it's bearish. Now, if your low time frame triggers are in line with that high time frame, order flow, probability of you being right, much fucking higher. I don't even know what this is, but okay, order flow. There's a lot of sauce in this stream. It's like I've been doing semen retention, except for it's sauce retention. And now I'm just fucking busting all that retained sauce all over your fucking faces. It's like a fucking sauce facial. That's what's happening right now. So that's the Ethereum play. Basically the same as Bitcoin. Lose the 12-hour market structure. You need to be looking to short between these three candles if you weren't already looking to short here, right? Over, under. Here's a swing high. We trade above it. Back below. Okay, you're still not shorting. Broke market structure. You got to be shorting now. Okay? What do I think's next for Ethereum? Let me just get my levels back here. Is this what I want? Yes. Okay. So this is playing out right now. We're going down on Ethereum, right? For sure going down. Here's our range. I'm hoping we get a little bit of relief, similar to Bitcoin. We have a breaker here, right? I'm hoping we get a move at least up to here to short. Where is here? This is like 1690 up to like 1720. That's what I'm looking for. I zoomed in on the hourly because the hourly on Ethereum just looked a little clearer for me. Once we put in this higher low, right? I said, okay, this looks like a higher low. I said, if we can get above here, I think that might be the juice that we need. I posted this on Twitter when we were here. So look what's happening right now. We broke above the level. We're now retesting it. I could literally long Ethereum right now. You know, right here. Like, this is basically the setup that I'm looking for. Probably put my stop at least here. You could put it here, but something like this would be the setup. Maybe we get one more push in. So I'm not going to enter quite yet. Well, let's see. I don't know. Like, we're retesting the area, but I'm hoping maybe we get a little bit deeper in here and then go. But the setup is live according to how I drew it. You could be long right now, right? Target 1690 to 1700, longing this flip, which is what I drew out earlier. Okay, but again, same as Bitcoin. I'm thinking it's like this. Maybe higher, but ultimately lower after. Okay? Stocks, very simple, right? I just pulled the fib. I said, okay, we're coming up into resistance. Most pullbacks in the bear market, right? Let's go back to 2008 here. Most pullbacks, just like on Bitcoin, they respect that fib. Right? There's your bear market rally. Where'd the rally stop? Right in that sweet spot. Another bear market rally here. Right? Where'd it stop? Right in that sweet spot. So this is true for Bitcoin as well. It does the same shit as stocks. Right? Bear market rally, where does it stop? Right in the sweet spot, okay? So I said, okay, looking at this move here, I'm like, okay, where are we? We're 20% off the lows in basically a straight line. The dollar's coming into support. Other risk assets like crypto coming into resistance. We ran some highs here. Filled in a large part of this down move, filled in some of this fair value gap right here while running highs. Here's your fair value gap right here to here. Filled in some of that, came into the sweet spot. I said, I reckon that the top of this move forms pretty soon. I posted that we were at 43.06. Down only since then. We are coming into our first little area of support here, right here. Okay? So let's see how price reacts around here. This is this consolidation before this last pop. So how would you get in now? Let's assume you missed this move. Okay, how do I think you get involved? Two ways. We either pump back up from here, so we pump from this consolidation here and go something like this. Okay, or if we don't pump from here and we just break down, shorting the underside of this consolidation, my next target would be 34,000 to like 3920, which is here, this down move that led to that leg. Never got retested here. So that's the next area that I'm looking for on stocks. So again, I'll draw this out real quick here. Two setups. One, we get a bounce. This would be confluent with Bitcoin bouncing to 22.5 to 23. Ethereum bouncing towards 1700 and then the move down, or everything just rolls over from here and is super weak, shorting that kind of a move. And that's the next target. All right, looking at the dollar, sorry, I'm just gonna go get this back. Looking at the dollar, like, this is literally a multi-year range. This is a range from 2016. We confidently broke to the upside. We actually retested this order block on this candle. It doesn't look like much, but when you zoom in, that's your retest right there. And I posted this chart on Twitter without the header. I said, what are you doing if this is an altcoin? And it's the monthly chart. Everyone's like, I'm buying. It's going to go gangbusters. Well, that chart was the dollar. And if you think the dollar is about to go gangbusters because I removed your bias by not telling you what it was, then to me, there's no bottom in risk assets yet. This looks like the next draw for the dollar. 115 to 120. This is high, super high time frame. But if it trades up to here, the bottom is not in on Bitcoin or on stocks, in my opinion. And until the bottom is in, until the top is in here and the bottom is in here, like if you looking at this chart and you're like, okay, like nice rally, but that looks pretty ugly right now. If you're like, I think this trades, like me personally, right? I think we trade back into here. Take out this low for sure, right? So maybe it's, right, I don't know. Maybe it's just straight down from here. I don't know. But let's assume that we at least come down to this area. If you think that's the case for stocks, the bottom is not in on Bitcoin. Okay? So that's all I got for today, guys. Hour long. I think this was a very, very sauce-filled episode. That sauce retention, it works. Because look, I get burnt out. I think in my last couple of streams, I was feeling a little bit of burnout. Take a week off, no streams. Let that sauce build up inside my testes. Boom. All over your face. And by face, I mean your brain, where you will allow it to marinate, percolate, and become thoughts of your own. It's like Inception. I'm just planting the seed in there. That milk is good. All right, I'm going to read the chat, and then I'm going to probably call it, guys. 9:30 already. All right. Mayne, any reason for the BitMEX chart instead of another chart for BTC? Well, I'm not using BitMEX. I'm using Bitfinex. I like to chart on the spot exchanges. I believe they're the most accurate. Your decision making should be based on whatever exchange you're using. If you're trading on Bitfinex, make your decisions based on that, because the wicks and numbers are going to be different. If you're using Prime, which you should be, that's the exchange you should be actually making your decisions on. But when I'm doing analysis for a bunch of people, I think using a spot pair like this one, or the USD pair on Binance or whatever, is the smart thing to do. Yes, I love chocolate milk. Just tell me where to buy, says Rec Proof. Aren't you on vacation, bro? Go back on vacation. You're not missing anything. Mayne, any reason? You're asking the same question again. You shorting EOS, Mayne? No. Thanks, Connor. I appreciate you, bro. Do I game? Yes, I love to game. I'm kind of getting back into Elden Ring because they made it so you can invade a wider area. I love invading. But I might have over-leveled my character. I don't know. Mayne, do you recommend anyone else to learn from other than ICT? Yeah, me, motherfucker. Old school Penny Hardaway jersey or fresh Banchero? This is an old school jersey. This is old school. Follow up with me, Riot. You don't have to deposit, but if you want to support me, depositing does help. I'm not going to lie to you. Mayne is a GOAT. I appreciate all the alpha through all your streams and using the replay feature and trading view to practice. Great, man. Appreciate it. Mayne, what is the breaker candle? Can you explain it quickly? No. Do some research on my Twitter, on my YouTube, on TikTok. I just posted a breaker explanation on TikTok yesterday. Do a little bit of work, you will find the answer. Stash looks like a silkworm. This is what's Doc Disrespect say? This is like the Peruvian poisonous fucking caterpillar on his lip, and it just lives there. That's what I got too, but mine's a silkworm. But it's very poisonous, very deadly. Would you do one-on-one paid coaching calls? It would have to be really worth my while. Like I said, maybe that's like a good prize I can give away, like for some sort of raffle. I don't know for what I'd be raffling, but like a one-on-one call. But again, this is the most efficient way for me to share with everyone. You have to think about it. I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag, but I have like 300,000 followers on Twitter, 30 some odd thousand on YouTube, another 5,000 on TikTok, 15,000 in Discord. If I were to do one-on-one with everyone, I would have no fucking time, right? And all of this shit is free, right? So it'd have to be really worth my while. Think of how much work I'm willing to put in and charge you nothing. If you're asking me to charge you just to talk to you, you think of a number that you think might be fair, and you DM me and I will consider it. That being said, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not qualified to give you financial advice. If you want to do a one-on-one call and you're just like, here's my fucking bags, tell me if I'm, what I should do, I have no interest in doing that. Anything smaller than the 15-minute chart we're looking at. It all depends. If you're doing your high time frame analysis on the hourly, maybe you can get granular and go to the 5-minute, right? It's as long as you're doing top down, it doesn't matter. I wish I could grow a goatee as dope as Walter White. How much is the Discord? It is free. Wonka, stop asking me if I'm shorting EOS. I'm not. I haven't looked at the EOS chart in forever. Yeah, if you just want to send me a screenshot there on site, that's all I need. Short from 25.44. God damn, bro. You shorted the Pico Schmico top, basically. Well done. Yeah, like the video, guys. Come on. Does milk make your neck huge? Absolutely. Mayne, any reason? That question's already been asked. Hi, Throat Goat. What's an SFP? Come on, guys. Check out Twitter. Check out Discord. Check out TikTok. I explain all these things. Swing failure pattern. Do you need a VPN to use Prime? That depends on where you live. Thanks for everything you share. You're making generous. Thanks, Joel. Appreciate that, man. Mayne, do you have an OnlyFans? I do not. Should I make one? Is this another income stream I'm not tapping into? Chase Ryan, bro, just do TA on F, please. Bro, shut up. I'll do what I want. Like, at what point has any of the things I've ever done on stream make you guys think I would ever listen to anything you say? Especially when you ask it in a condescending, sarcastic way. Come on, bro, just do TA on F. Go fuck yourself, Chase Ryan. How's that for TA on Ethereum? Here, I'll do the TA. You ready? Hold on, I gotta go to Ethereum. I'm thinking it does something like... F you. There's my TA on Ethereum for you, bro. You see that? I'm going to circle it a few times just for emphasis, just for the extra oomph. I'll add a G in front of it. Go fuck yourself. Okay? How's that for TA? Do you like it? Is it good? Did I answer your question? Chase? Jesus Christ. Almond milk. What's wrong with you guys? Do I look like a vegan? All right. Let's take a quick look at Twitch chat here. Do you stay up all night to trade certain sessions? I'm on the West Coast. It's tough. I don't like to stay up super duper fucking late, so I miss trades. But I live on the West Coast as well. And there was a period of time during the bull market where like every move happened between like 2 and 6 a.m. So that's up to you. You either make a plan and you leave limit orders, or you stay up and you sleep during the day. That's up to you. That's why I like the higher time frame, right? If I'm making decisions based on the 12-hour chart, I don't need to be on screen at 5 in the morning necessarily. But you set alerts, right? That's part of the game, right? Like you're not just because you don't have to set an alarm to get up at 8 a.m. and go to work doesn't mean you might not have to wake up at 3 a.m. and enter a trade, right? What's the direct link to your site? www.tradermayne.com. Hopefully you can figure that out. Unfortunately, I'm just starting. I'm on a 2011 Mac for the trade sites to be better and learn as much as possible. I have 200 in Eth, and I need to learn charts and patterns and practice. Learning from a friend whose dad moved to Vegas 2 months ago making 7 figures. He said to follow you and your Twitter, so I'm going to binge your vids and Twitters. Apologies for the spam. Well, whoever this guy's dad is, he's a legend. And if he's making millions, tell him to send me some fucking money. Come on. All right. It's Yoshi. Just set me a bump, bro. Just bump the chat and it will come to the top of my list. Okay, guys? All right, guys. I think that's all I've got to say. Hopefully everyone had a good stream. You enjoyed that fucking sauce bukkake all over your goddamn face. That's all I got. Happy to be back. I will be back with another video very soon. Check out my fucking TikTok, guys. We're growing on TikTok. We're over 5,000 followers on there. And my editor does a killer fucking job of clipping like alpha from streams. My last 2 TikToks. What are breakers? Explained. SFPs. Explain. So if you're too lazy to go through the streams yourself or even the condensed streams, TikTok has tons of alpha on it. Follow me on there, you fucking idiots. All right, guys, I love you. I'll talk to you later.